So today's video is all about showing you this new jig that I've got. It's kind of like my invention that I came up with. I 3D printed it. Right, so here we go. We've got our doors needing to go on the carcasses, right? So everyone's thinking, okay, well, how do I hang the door? How do I have it so it's in line with the bottom of the carcass, for example? How do we get that held? I don't know about you guys, but we have our doors so they are flush with the bottom of the carcass. So what I've designed is this jig here. It's 3D printed out of PETG, really tough plastic, and it allows for the door to sit right directly on there. It's got a built-in spacer, as you can see here, 6mm, which allows for the gap. There we go, 6mm. It's perfect. And if we look at the top, we've got a little spacer here as well, which just sits on your shelf like so. Okay, and that sits on any shelf that you've got, and that can just go across, and that will give us our 6mm that we need there also. So the way we hang our doors is we just put a door on edge, we flap those hinges over, screw it on. But what we've done before we've had this jig is we've got lots of packers, pack them up, and then we're like, oh well, it's moving, how do we get that so it's completely perfect with the underside? It's quite hard, especially if you've got a whole run. So I've designed this to work with the door and the hinge, and also if you use my technique of the 25mm drawer cheek and a drawer runner, it will work here, so this won't obstruct that system. So if you had a 25mm cheek here with runners coming off and you've got your bottom runner, that will still fit here. You can still use this jig. Okay, remember it's got the 6mm packer right there, it's stuck out 6mm. So when we put our door on this little shoe at the bottom, and it rests up against this point here, this point, we've got 6mm space from the carcass out, 6mm from the front of that edge. So one last thing to say is I have built in these little spacers here, so just in case you wanted this a little bit lower, I've started it 5mm lower. If you're happy that they're all going to be completely flush, because sometimes you get a carcass that waves up and down, you may fit your carcass on floorboards, and once you've got your wardrobe in position, the slight weight of that wardrobe may give you that kind of shape. So some doors might be higher, some doors might be lower by a mil or so. So if I hadn't built in this 5mm step from there to there, then we haven't got any adjustment lower if we had to. Worst case scenario. So I've got these, they simply sit on top like that, and then we're back to being flush with the carcass once more. So I've got 1mm, 2mm and 5mm selection there. So that's what the kit will come with. And yeah, the kit will come with a left-handed one of these and a right-hand version. So a left and a right, because they are handed. So that one will be screwed onto this side like so. They simply place on. There we go, we've got the corner cut out there. All these little rebates are taken into account, the runners, if you are going to have runners. That sits on there, and then it comes up 100mm to that hole, because that is basically, sorry, 80mm. We come up 100mm for our hinge from the bottom of our carcass to the center line of our hinge, which is about 82mm from this face up, because this is 18mm. So when this gets screwed on, and we've pre-drilled that hole, this hole for example, that's going to get covered by the hinge plate, so we have no worries there. So that sits on top like so, and again we've got that shoe just there to hold the door in position right there, and again giving us the 6mm spacing that we need. So Sean's just going to demo this, and I'll show you why you need this system. These are for sale on my website, so head over. We've got this short door here that is going to sit on the shoe like so. We're keeping that 5mm spacer there. As you can see, it's given us 6 there in between the carcass and the door, and we're flush with the underside now. No matter how heavy your door is, that's going to take the load. And we continue all the way up. It's a continued 6mm gap. There we go. Because I designed this here at the top, it only places on the top because we were just sick and tired of putting 6mm packers in there, and they kept on falling down, didn't they? Yeah. Kept on falling, dropping down, giving us false readings when we were screwing in our hinges. So what we would just simply do now, Sean has got that at an exact 90 degrees like so to the carcass, which is what you will need. We've definitely got our 6mm there. It's sitting on the shoe flush, 6mm gap all the way over, and then all we do is simply push that hinge over like so, pre-drill, put 20mm screws in. You can put 30mm screws in if you've got a side panel on the side or you've got more than one carcass up against each other. Single carcass, you just don't want to screw in anything other than 18s. And there we go. Oh, we got a bit of a dodgy plate there, we'll have to change that. But it's as simple as that, guys. It's a jig that's going to help you place your door, hold it in the right position, everything that you're going to need, no faffing around, one screw, and job is done. Happy days. So, hope you enjoyed that. If you do want to see the jig or you do want to buy it, head over to the website or my Etsy shop and purchase it there. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's any iterations I can do on this jig. Got to carry on working. Cheers, guys. Take it easy. See you next Friday. Ciao for now.